Hi, writers! Today we're going to be learning how to make our writing more interesting. The fun part about writing is that you get to pick the words that you write down on your paper. You get to be creative. And today we're going to learn how to make your writing even more interesting. We're going to learn how to hook that reader and get them to keep reading what we wrote. And we want them to be excited about what we wrote, just like we are. Kind of reminds me of going fishing. When you go fishing, usually you have a fishing pole, you have a line, and at the end of your line you have a little hook. Now if you stick that hook in the water with nothing on it, just a boring, ordinary hook, do you think a fish is going to come and want to take a bite? Probably not. You have to put something on your hook that's interesting to a fish. So that might be some kind of a bait. It might be a little fish on there. It might be a little worm. It might be a little fly. So when you're a writer, you want to kind of do something that's going to hook your reader. What's going to make them want to read what you wrote? And once they start reading it, how are you going to keep them wanting to read all the way down to the end? Today we're going to learn how to write interesting facts and how to hook your reader and to get them to keep reading with excitement. We're going to get started by comparing two authors. Both author number 1 and author number 2 wrote about the same topic, cats. Let's compare author number 1 and author number 2 to see whose writing is more interesting. Cats. Do you know about cats? Cats have 4 legs. They have a tail and whiskers. Cats eat cat food. Cats can purr. That is what I learned about cats. Wow, it looks like author number 1 knows how to write a paragraph. They have a title, a topic sentence, 1, 2, 3, 4 facts about cats, and last they have a closing sentence. But I don't really know if that was very interesting. Everything they told me about cats I already knew. Let's look at author number 2. Author number 2 wrote about cats also. Please listen and follow along as I read to you what author number 2 wrote. Did you know that cats are the most popular pets in the United States? Cats are pets that should live indoors so they don't get sick or hurt by dogs. They should be fed twice a day and have access to clean water at all times. If you hear a cat purring, that means they are happy. If you are thinking about getting a pet of your own, you should get a cat. Wow, author number 2 taught me some new things about cats that I didn't know before. So author number 1 and author number 2 both have the same topic. They both have a topic sentence. They both have facts about cats that are true, and they both have a closing sentence. So those are the ways that these two writings are similar. But what is the difference between the two texts? Turn and tell a partner. What did you notice about the two texts? What is the difference between them? Pause the video and talk to your buddy. Now that you've had a chance to talk to your partner about the differences between author number 1 and author number 2, let's see if you were thinking what I was thinking. Topic sentence. I highlighted using green the topic sentence for each author. Let's compare them. Author number 1 says, "Do you know about cats?" Author number 2 said, "Did you know that cats are the most popular pets in the United States?" Both authors started with a question that ends in a question mark. Author number 1's question was not interesting. Do you know about cats? That was kind of dull. Author number 2 had a more interesting question. They started by asking a question that included an interesting fact. Because I didn't know that cats were the most popular pets in the United States. I thought it was dogs. So it makes me want to keep reading. It really hooked me as a reader. It made me want to read more. Now that I know that cats are the most popular pets, I want to read more to find out more about them. It's getting me excited to keep reading. Author number 2 did a good job using an interesting topic sentence. The second difference I notice between author number 1 and author number 2 were the facts. Now, author number 1 taught me some information about cats, but they were not interesting, and they were things that I already knew about cats. They told me cats have 4 legs. Well, I think everybody knows that. They told me that they have a tail and whiskers, they eat cat food, and that they purr. Now, most people already know those things about cats. So those facts were not new to me, and they're also not interesting to me. Let's look at what author number 2 did when they wrote their facts about cats. They said, "Cats are pets that should live indoors, so they don't get sick or hurt by dogs." Wow! You know, sometimes I've seen cats outside, and so I kind of thought they were allowed to be outside, but it's telling me that they really shouldn't be outside, that it can be dangerous for them. This is getting me excited to learn about cats, and it's keeping me hooked as a reader. Author number 2 also said they should be fed twice a day and have access to clean water at all times. You know, I have a cat myself, and I usually feed my cat once a day, but really I guess I should be feeding my cat twice a day. And then also that they should have clean water. So I should be checking my cat's bowl and making sure the cat's bowl is clean at all times. This is new information to me. I'm really learning a lot about cats from author number 2. And next, the author adds that if you hear a cat purring, it means they're happy. Author number 1 told us cats can purr, but I just learned something here from author number 2, because now I know how the cat is feeling when it purrs. New and interesting facts are something that we can all do when we're writing. The third major difference I noticed between author number 1 and author number 2 was the closing sentence. Author 1 said, "That is what I learned about cats." That is not very interesting. It's something a lot of people write when they write. It's kind of dull. Author number 2 wrote, "If you are thinking about getting a pet of your own, you should get a cat." Wow, that's a lot more interesting. The author number 2 gave us their opinion on what they think that we should do. They gave us a suggestion. This closing sentence is a lot more interesting when you end giving your opinion about cats. Well, did I change your mind today, boys and girls, about how to write, how to be an author that includes interesting and new facts in their writing? I hope after today, you're going to make some changes in your writing. What are you going to do differently? Are you going to be like author number 1 or author number 2? I'd like you to get the Seesaw app and send a video to your teacher. On the video, I want you to answer this question. How will you hook the reader when you write?